I feel excited.
Okay, go. Action. My first impression of the original novel was that it would be very, very difficult to put to screen because it's incredibly compassionate and very emotional, but that doesn't always work on screen for a film. You only have maybe 90 minutes to get your story across, so you have to take the most interesting parts of it. So when I first read The Tesseract, the book, I thought, how are they going to put this on screen and maintain the substance? So basically what they've done with the film is to take those important parts and build the story around these to make it interesting, because with a book you have as many days as you want to read it. With a film you have an hour and a half and you've got to get the story across. So the original book I don't think would work as a film, but the substance definitely works as a film. Okay, cut. Okay?
At least I smell good.
In reading the script, it was so completely different. But what it held was the claustrophobia of the boy's situation, because when I read the script, of course, I read it thinking from Sean's point of view. Now, it's because the most beautiful character in this movie is the boy. Follow the boy, because he's purity without knowing it. He's manipulating, but not aggressively. My understanding of the character Sean is of a boy who's been probably living in Southeast Asia or traveling around for quite a bit, has not got very much money, and has been offered this job as a courier to go by boat to Bangkok, pick up undiluted drugs and bring them back to Singapore, which is a very, very nerve-wracking thing for a boy to do. He comes to a country where he can't speak the language, where he's being manipulated by the gangsters who are selling it to him. He doesn't know there's a private war going on between two gangster families, and he gets caught up in it through fate, because everything goes all right until the morning he's going to leave, and then everything goes all wrong. And so it's the closer you are to something, the furthest away you are. And this is very, very true for him. And he's paranoid. The whole time he's paranoid because he's being watched. He doesn't know when he's being watched, yet he knows he's always being watched. And so that feeling is incredibly stressing. It's like impounding his brain the whole time. His heart isn't even placed in this story because he doesn't know what it is. Sean, for me, it has no hope. He's hopeless, and that hopelessness, in the end, turns to courage for one act. And that's all he ever wanted to do, I feel. Of course, essentially what he wanted to do was get the drugs and go. But it didn't happen that way. But it's the best thing that happened to him in his life, because it gave him back himself. Even at the moment of his death, he managed to find something that was of substance.